Hey, what is going on, RGT fam? It is Wednesday, January 1st, 2020. Happy New Year to all of you. It is definitely going to be a super packed year of gaming and, of course, a new start for console gaming with the PS5 and Xbox Series X. So, without further ado, let's get into it. 9.2 teraflop PS5 priced at $399. Let's begin. So you all have heard the ongoing speculation for the PS5 involving the recent leak that points to Sony's next-gen system to be an estimated 9.2 teraflops compared to Microsoft's rumored 12 teraflops. Whether you heard it through Digital Foundry or a random source, one thing is for certain, nothing has been confirmed as of yet. Sony continues to be tight-lipped on their next-gen system, but however, numerous hints suggest that will only be for so long. I personally did a stream with Craig Harris and Lobo a few days ago last year to talk about the teraflop war, only to be harassed by wannabe tech experts that claim that everything was confirmed when the reality is nothing has been, but nonetheless. Let's talk about the leak, shall we? If you guys remember on on numerous episodes really of the RGT podcast, which will be back this Friday, we discussed legacy backwards compatibility, as well as my good friend Fox Games UK, who also dedicated videos on the topic, and he broke the news before it was even mentioned by numerous media outlets, and among many other things. Shout out to him. When you look at the GPU that is present, the name of the chip is called Oberon. Oberon offers 3 graphics modes for next gen, each clocked at a lower gigahertz. The reason behind this, you might ask, is because the additional 2 modes are basically used for PS4 and PS4 Pro in terms of backwards compatibility when it comes to the games. If you remember later last year, Jim Ryan came out and said that one of the main goals was to convert PS4 owners to PS5 seamlessly with no issues. Also, please keep in mind that a non-V teraflop is much more efficient and improved over older GCN equivalents. And that means that if this leak is indeed true, the PS5 will have 36 compute units clocked at 2.0 gigahertz. Now, adding to what we already know, which is the fact that the PS5 will have a Zen 2, 8 cores, 16 threads. It will have a custom Navi GPU architecture, ray tracing support, or hardware ray tracing support, 3D audio, GDR6 RAM clocked at 448 gigabytes, possibly 512 gigabytes, give or take if they overclocked it, and a proprietary SSD, which we all saw in action when it came to Sony showing off the Spider-Man demo, which ran super fast. But I continue. When you look at the PS5 and you add the possibility that even if Sony was to add 16 gigabytes of RAM to the model, this would easily translate in Sony being able to hit the sweet spot in terms of pricing. That's right, you heard me right, people. $399. We still don't know what the Lockhart has to offer us, but best believe we will cover it when we get more info. Also, here's a quick side note and a video courtesy of the game designer behind the indie game Braid and The Witness, Jonathan Below, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. Let's go ahead and run that for you.
Am I excited about the next console generation? I'm excited about some consoles in the next generation. Put it that way. Not all of them. PS5 is pretty good.
So, are you still excited for PlayStation 5? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But to continue, in other news, the PS5 pre-orders are set for March, according to a known Twitter leaker by the name of PlayStation Erebus. He also states that Sony will show off the DualShock 5 and the PS5 in a reveal event for February, which ironically goes with my theory that Sony will tease a February event at the CES showcase, which is next week. Again, it's not about them showing the hardware here. It's about them giving the announcement of the actual event. This would actually correlate, since it's next week, this will correlate with a February reveal. And ironically, this goes back to what I've been saying numerous times on RGT. You guys remember where I said that Sony might actually continue the trend that they did with PlayStation 4. Remember, PlayStation 4 was showing off, what, February 12th or 20th of 2013? Makes sense for them to do it again this time and continue the same formula. Now, of course, I don't think they're going to show off the full console reveal at the February showcase, but I do believe they're probably going to do the same thing that they did for the DualShock 4. They're going to do it with the DualShock 5 with the conference-wise. It's going to be strictly the controller first. We're going to see the new improvements. One of the big things Sony has been hyping up is the haptic trigger feedback, which is sounded really, really good. So I want to see how that's really going to play into the games. And for what we saw in the leaked patents and whatnot, it's a lot bigger. So that's definitely going to be something to really look at. But to continue, Sony, actually I covered it. To continue in other news, this is my last news here. Sony's new gesture-based VR/AR UI. That's right. Now, reportedly, Sony is working on a new gesture-based VR/AR UI, which, dig this, supports Microsoft and Nintendo devices. This, of course, is a patent. It's referring to a patent, but if you remember, we covered a patent back in late 2019 that talked about how Sony could utilize a camera-based controller that would track your individual fingers for the new PSVR 2. So, with that being already covered on this channel and us already talking about that in the past, the fact that this is actually coming up now and we actually have an image, which I'm gonna put on the screen right now for you, of them actually doing like gestures with the VR helmet, that is actually pretty good. That shows that they actually maybe harnessed, they actually mastered the tech in terms of tracking this. Now, that's one of the things that people are having trouble with VR is the fact that you can't really use your fingers. But again, better technology, different improvements, you'll eventually get it. And of course, you guys can count the fact that haptic trigger feedback will still be a thing too going into PlayStation VR. So I can definitely see PlayStation VR being even more immersive with the new headset. And for those you are wondering, yes, your PlayStation VR that you already have will work natively with PlayStation 5. As you already know, we talked about that as well. It's going to work natively. Okay, so do we just get confirmation that this thing is still, like, this is actually a thing? Let me know in the comment section below. But unfortunately, that wraps up today's video, man. I just want to say I hope all of you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that, or please show your support by hitting that subscribe button and of course that like button. I really do appreciate it. Definitely consider hitting that bell icon and selecting all for notifications to stay up to date. I do appreciate your support for everybody who's on the channel. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, my fellow gamers, I'll catch you on the next video. Or why wait? Why don't you join me tomorrow for a special one-on-one discussion with someone that a lot of you guys have been asking for me to actually talk to. So I'm going to give you a hint who that actual person is. He runs a podcast that happens to be in the Crossfire. Until tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys later. This is Big Cloud Gaming, and I am most certainly signing out. You guys have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later. Y'all be good.